After years of practicing, it's finally time to try my power as a wizard. Ka! Ka! What the hell is this? Oh, hell no! Revenge, Rhobar's Myth, is a first-person wizardry game developed and published by Polygon Art. This is gonna be a weird review because I have barely played the game. Well, I've spent almost 2 hours into the game, but I've done little to nothing. So take it as it is, but this game is currently in Steam Early Access. And that's always a bad sign with indie developers. So in the game, you play as a certain guy who gets a job at a wizardry school, I guess. Well, he's got a job, but he's going to a school to learn things. I didn't get it. The dialogue is horrible. The voice acting, we're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but it's not a very well written story, let's say that. And as far as I've played, things aren't really all that great, and especially interesting. The game uses the Unreal Engine 3 engine, which is a good engine in my opinion, but the game performs really poorly. And it looks relatively bad actually. There are two huge areas that are just filled with nothing. There is nothing, you can't interact with the environment. There are NPCs that are just standing still. There are NPCs that are just still, they aren't doing literally anything. Some NPCs talk to you, but they're pretty much useless. The game also crashes a lot of times. It crashed on me almost 9 or 10 times while playing. Because if you press ESC while playing, it might crash. If you crouch while playing, it might crash. That can get on your nerves really easily. So there are two types of game modes. Story mode and free roam mode. Now, I started with story mode because that's what I like. I'm in it for the story usually. When I play a game, I want a good story. And I want to enjoy myself. First learn the basics, then go free roaming. The game crashed a lot of times, as I've already said, and when I could play, I spent almost 15-20 minutes following a guy around, and then he said, "Oh, sorry, I gotta go. Yeah, here are the rooms, you must find your one alone. Bye, see you." What do I do now? Well, I'm gonna search for it. I try asking a girl, and I'm like, "Hey, sorry, can you tell me where's my room?" She's like, "Oh yeah, must be new. Yeah, you just go down this corridor. It's the first door on the right." I'm like, "Thanks." There are no doors on the right. I mean, it's horrible. And the first spell that they teach you is a teleportation spell, which is actually really broken. It takes you back to the main part of the map, let's say, to a rock bridge. You can press it, but if you press it while during cutscenes, while doing anything else, you will break the game. It's just horrible game design. Since I wasn't finding my room, well, I jumped into free roam. You know, I don't have a clear objective, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Oh wait, you spend the entire time in free roam looking for little shields around the castle. Yeah, free roam, real interesting guys, you did a great job. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on this game, okay? Maybe I am, because it's in early access. But that's not a good excuse of putting out a game at $7.49. That's broken. It's entirely broken. There are missing features all over the place. If you're lucky, you can get past the first cutscenes, because people like Jim Sterling weren't able to go onward. It's just fantastic, you know. So, not great. So far, I don't know if I must also count the challenge in the game, because is there a challenge? I guess so. I mean, the most challenging thing was searching for my room, and I've explored the entire castle over 1 hour looking for my room. Where was it? I don't know where my room was. I would have preferred to sleep on the ground, actually. At least I didn't have to find my room. No, you can't sleep on the ground. So I don't know if I'm gonna even count the challenge. You know what? I'm not gonna count it. It's just stupid. It's not fair, okay? It's not fair. Let's move on to the sound. Oh wait! Sound. The only good thing of the sound is the soundtrack by Kevin MacLeod, which is a really good composer. But the voice acting, it's one of the worst I've ever heard in a video game. Probably the worst one since Raven's Cry, which was terrible in its own right. You just need to listen to these clips. Now listen to this.
We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, I can't wait any longer. My first day at the academy and I'm going to be late. I'm really looking forward to what I'm going to study. But that job description, who comes up with such a thing? Executive Assistant for Learning Magic of the Department Magic Potions.
Welcome to the Academy. My name is Balthazar, and if you'll follow me, I'll take you to the Great Hall.
Hello, and welcome to the Academy. I'm Leonard Atkins, the Academy Director. But now, I want you nowhere with rules abiding. For questions, your colleagues are sure to answer anything you may need. And now, have fun at the party.
You see what I'm talking about? Horrible. As far as replayability goes, there isn't much to do. You have clear objectives in the story mode, and in pre-roam the area is really big, so you will spend a lot of time looking for the shields, even though it's the complete opposite of entertainment and enjoyment. Just the opposite. So, it's a game in early access. There are missing features. It's broken. I think maybe being too generous on certain parts of the score, but I think this game deserves it. Now I won't come back to this game until it comes out of early access, which is probably gonna be in 6 months or 5 years, I don't know. But when it does, I will come back, I will play it again, and maybe I can give it an 8 out of 10 on the enjoyment rate, but it's not enjoyable. So guys, don't buy it.